People often think that reinventing yourself is such this glamorous journey and everything is going to work out for you because you decided that I am going to change my life. But let me tell you, it's not easy at all. It hurts, it's painful. You have to grieve things that you thought that was going to happen for you, but it's not. It's realizing that the life that you may had envisioned for yourself when you were growing up in your early 20s may not happen for you. And you have to find peace with that. So, this reinvention phase that I'm going through has not been easy. This past week, right? It hit me hard. My pipes busted in the yard. It was about some health challenges that I was going through that wasn't the best. Self-doubt set in, and I cried. I mean, ugly tears, cried, wailing. I mean, even right now, I can feel the tears coming up, right? And I cried and I cried and I cried. I was so overwhelmed. I felt defeated. I felt unworthy. And I just felt all alone. I just was like, I'm all alone. There's nobody who I can call. I can't even talk to my husband about it. I just felt super alone. And as I'm in the car asking God, why, my husband calls. Not knowing what I'm going through. But in that moment of me saying, there's no one here for me, my husband calls. God used my husband to comfort me, to tell me that it was going to be okay. And we were going to get through. In that moment, I realized that God heard me, that God sees me, and God is rooting for me. And I realized that this reinvention journey, this rebranding, this refocusing, this rephasing process that I'm going through, God is with me every step of the way. And it may not look like how I wanted it to look, but I know that this is His perfect will for my life. So step one on this journey is grieving the life that you thought that you were going to live. And it's hurt. It punches you in the gut. And step two, is preparing for the woman you want to be. Oh, man. Hold on, y'all. I didn't think I was going to cry. Hold on. I didn't think I was going to cry. I'm back. I'm good. That is a part of the reinvention process, is grieving the person that you thought you were going to be, because you're moving to the person that God called you to be. And that may not be the person that you had in your head. Step two, preparing for that woman that you want to be, or that man. All right. Remember I told you earlier in the week, our pipes busted out in our front yard. It was cold and the pipes bust. And in that moment, tears came again. And I was just frantic. I was just thinking about the water bill and the costly repairs. And man, this is more expenses on top of expenses that we already have. And it just was like, I just felt like I couldn't get a break. And then I reminded myself, well, the woman I want to be, how she would have reacted in this situation? One, she would have had her own warranty. So when stuff like this happens in the home, because it's not a matter of when or if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. She would have had her warranty in place. She would have had her a plumber or her handyman on speed dial. And she would have had her an emergency fund for situations like this. So with that, I realized, okay, I'm working up towards that. My husband had a plumber on dial. I had a little bit of money in my emergency fund. And I finally got that home warranty. I know I should have gotten it. I should have had it. But it was just one of those things that you say, oh, I'll get it later. Or everything is fine right now. But this type of stuff happening and just little bit of things happening around the house that we had to put money out towards, this was the last straw. It was like, no more putting off. I'm getting that home warranty, and I did. And it covers the outside lines, the power lines, the inside lines, the appliances, the electronics. I mean, whatever it could cover at a reasonable price, I got it. Because the woman that I am preparing to be has those type of things in place. So when something like this happens again, it's no stress off her chest because she knows that she has it in place and she's going to get it done. And she's just going to keep on moving. So becoming that person you want to be, it's not about being perfect, but it is about taking those steps towards the life you want to create. And for me, that is someone that happens to have everything in place in case something with her home goes down. And lastly, what comes into place when you're reinventing yourself is self-doubt. Woo. That self-doubt is going to come in and kick your butt like it did with me. I mean, even just filming this video, my hair is not perfect. It's all over the place. I'm trying to try out these clip-ons and I just can't get it to curl. The old me would have been like, you know what? Forget all of this. Let's just keep it moving. I'm going to go do something else. I'm not going to record. But now I'm like, look, I'm going to show up the way I'm showing up. I'm going to put some lipstick on, some eyebrows, and just hopefully the hair looks good enough to record. But the self-doubt, right? The self-doubt of saying, oh, what are you talking about? Like, why are you making this YouTube series? You have nothing of importance to talk about. Your experiences is not that much. And it's like, bruh, can I get a minute? Like, seriously, all kinds of self-sabotaging thoughts are going to come into your mind when you are trying to reinvent yourself. But you got to push past that. As hard as it is, you have to show up because you have to show up for yourself. You have to push those self-sabotaging thoughts down and continue to show up, continue to do what you said that you were going to do, and continue to walk that process of reinventing yourself, knowing that the self-doubt is going to be there, but once you get past one, you'll be able to get past another. You'll be able to get past that one. Then you'll be able to get past that one. But if you can't get past the first time a self-doubt comes in, then you're going to be stuck in the same position that you're trying to get out of. So self-doubt is another thing that shows up when you're trying to reinvent yourself. It's not going to be easy. There are going to be some things that you did not know existing in you to show up, right? But it's about showing up for yourself and showing up for your future self and becoming that person that you want to be. This journey is not easy, but with faith, we'll be able to get through it. So don't forget to subscribe for more faith, culture, and growth with your Big Sis Civ. See you on the next video. Peace. And there goes the dog.